Owning a house in Lagos, Nigeria is desirable for every Nigerian. Forget, even if you don't live in Lagos, owning a house in Lagos is a big deal because even if you don't live in it yourself, it can be a good source of investment for you. But now, even when this is the dream of every Nigerian, it can be very frightening because of the stress that can be involved when you don't know what to do and the high rate of fraud and other real estate related crimes. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you how to buy a house in Lagos, 10 top things you must do. Welcome to Easy Real Estate with Abiola, where I educate you on real estate do and don'ts so you don't get your fingers burnt. My name is Abiola Fadahunsi. I'm a real estate consultant and broker. And aside the fact that I educate you so you know what to do when you're involved in anything real estate, I'm also a broker, and as a broker, I help real estate investors locate genuine properties at the right place, price, and terms so they can make maximum returns on their real estate investment within the shortest time possible. So, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are yet to subscribe, please do that now. Like and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the educative content I'll be sharing on this channel. Welcome. Also, if this is your first time, thanks for stopping by and thanks for getting yourself educated. Okay, so I'll just get right into it. This is a topic, a blog post I put up, yes, and I'll be doing more of explanation about this topic in this video. So I'll just get right into it. You can get to see my screen. So how to buy a house in Lagos, top 10 things you must do. Yeah. Okay, so here the number one on my list is that you consult professionals or experts if you're not one yourself. And the truth of the matter is, even if you're an expert yourself, so let's say you're a real estate you're a real estate agent, you're very good, or you're a surveyor, or you're a lawyer, you still need the help of other experts because this thing it's interwoven. It's not just one professional can just do everything involved, right? A lawyer can get to do the survey. Yes, a lawyer can prepare the deed. Maybe a lawyer might not even be able to help you search out properties the way an estate agent will do. Okay, so even if you're a professional yourself, you still need help of other professionals. Now, not to talk of when you're not a professional, so you definitely need help. So it baffles me when I get to talk to people, those that want to invest in real estate, and they think, for example, they don't need a real estate lawyer or they don't need an agent. They'll just go through one person, or because go through the routes that maybe someone they know or their brothers went through or their sisters went through without doing their own due diligence or involving professionals just because they want to cut costs. And that doesn't really make sense to me because real estate is capital intensive. I tell people real estate is not similar to you buying a shoe or a bag of food. If you buy food, you buy a shoe or a bag that doesn't that you don't like, it's easy to, let go and just think, okay, it's one of those things. But real estate is capital intensive. You put in a lot of money. So when it goes wrong, like it's gonna pain you, get right into your marrows and your bones. So you really want to be very, very careful when you're getting yourself involved in real estate transactions. You want to make sure you're involving professionals, credible ones. They could have been ones that have been referred to you, but you also want to get your due diligence done on them, okay? So it's very important that you involve professionals when you want to go into any real estate transaction. So I have here on the blog that it is all right to have a good idea of what it is like to buy a house in Lagos, but that is not enough. Yes, it's not enough. It's not enough for you to just know, okay, I can get a house in Magodo for 80 million. I can get a house in Lekki Phase 1 for maybe 120 million, 180 million, or whatever. Okay, it's important you let professionals guide you or walk you through this process. Okay, so if you're not a professional in real estate, you better leave it to the professionals. Yeah, leave it to the professionals, let them get their work done. They are in a better position to help you make sound decisions, to objectively inspect, report about houses, and to advise you to make better buying decisions. They help make sure you save time and energy because they know where to get what and at a fair price. Yes, that's it. You save time when you work with professionals, the credible ones. Okay, so you have to be very careful to when you pick the people that are going to work with you on this journey because the truth of the matter is The real estate industry in Nigeria is, when you're investing, great for investment and all of that, but it's also not structured, and that's still one of the challenges of the real estate industry, because anybody can wake up any day and say, I'm now a real estate agent, I'm now a realtor, I'm now a real estate consultant, without even having adequate trainings and information. I don't know. I usually, joke with the fact that I say, "Oh, Kamaru, that was the carpenter yesterday, can wake up today and choose that I'm no longer cutting wood." I have heard that I think I can do well when it comes to real estate too. I think they make a lot of money. So let me start selling real estate, and he just puts up a banner, real estate agent here, or someone that knows nothing about real estate development, just as his friends put up um, um, start building and start developing houses, and he feels okay because his friend is making money. I think I have some cash I can put into this. Let me go into development too. So we have all of those challenges. So you want to be sure you're working with the right person, not just someone that tells you, I'm a developer, I'm an agent. Meanwhile, they don't have enough training, or they don't know what it takes to deliver on their promises to you or help you get to where you're going to. Okay, so but it's very important you work with professionals. Even if you're a professional yourself, you still need the help of other professionals, because real estate involves different people at different points in time, different professionals at different points in time coming together to get things done for you. Okay, getting it done right and getting it done fast, and at a fair amount for you. So that is it. Make sure you work with professionals. So number two, inspect the property physically. I don't know why people do this as well. It still baffles me. But then you're sent pictures of a property. You see it's so nice. You like it so well. Beautiful house. And you pay. And it doesn't make sense to me that you do that. Okay, that if you've ever done that before, I don't know why you do, but it's very important to inspect the property physically. I advise my clients, if they can get the inspection done themselves, probably in the company of someone that is knowledgeable about real estate, because there are some things that if you're not in the real estate space, even when you go for inspections, you won't see. But someone that is a professional will see and can pick out easily and tell you that this thing is an issue when you don't even think it's an issue. Okay, so when it's important to go inspect the place yourself, one, why you should do yourself is because you know why you are buying, especially when it is a place you want to live in yourself. You know why you're buying. You know what you're looking out for. Although if you have a credible consultant or realtor or agent, if you're not around, you can pass this information down to them. Just making sure you're as clear as possible, which is what I do when I want to work with any client. I ask questions, a lot of questions, to be sure that whatever property that I would be advising you to get fits into the goal of why you are buying. Because for me, it's not even about what I have on my listing. It's not about, so that's why when I talk to people and they say, just send me what you have, I'm like, no, I can't send you what I have. Let's have a conversation. What do you want? The goal for me is to make sure I get you what you want, a property that will fit the need for why you are buying or investing, whether you want to move in, live in yourself, or you are investing. So if it's investment, there are certain questions I have to ask you. If it's for you to live in, there are certain questions I have to ask you. So that way, it even cuts our time. It cuts it like drastically. It's not me sending you lots of properties. You now say no, 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 this doesn't fit. But when that conversation is had, it's easy to go straight to the point. So when you inspect yourself, okay, you know what you know. Actually, apart aside from when you're inspecting for investment anyways, because there might be some things you might not be able to look out for, right? But when it's for personal living, you know the kind of space you want to live in. So if you can, go inspect these properties yourself and have a credible person go with you that is knowledgeable as well. So the things you don't see, this person gets to see them. Okay, so do not make that mistake of just seeing fine pictures online and paying for them. I once had a meme up on my social media, I think Instagram and Facebook. By the way, if you're not following me, please do. My name is Abiola Fadahunsi on Instagram and WhatsApp. Same name on my YouTube channel. Follow me. I put up a meme where I put my picture, one very nice picture and one other very funny picture. One had the caption property pictures. The other one had inspection reports, the one that wasn't looking so good. You'll be shocked that you'll see really, really fine pictures online. And by the time you get to the property, they don't seem as good as they look. So you want to inspect. That way you even get to see the neighborhood. Is this the kind of neighborhood I want to live in? If that is you buying for you to live in. Okay, so make sure you inspect. It's not enough you just take words for it, or you see pictures and you feel, oh, it's good to go, I like that. So what if it has structural defects? You wouldn't know. And there are some defects that you won't even note until you carry out a test. Okay, so but that's something else entirely. But you really need to inspect the property, so it's not just all fine pictures, then you end up getting disappointed. Okay, like I had a case, the female lawyers in real estate practice group that I'm in. There was a case of a lawyer saying that someone bought the house they live in, a rented apartment. Someone bought it and they were shocked after they had paid. The house looked fine from inside. There were still tenants in it. I don't know what the landlord, the person that sold to them, could have told them. That didn't make them inspect inside those houses, right? They didn't inspect inside, but the house looks great from outside. But inside had a whole lot of issues, structural defects, leaking roofs, wasn't looking so nice. But they had bought it already. They didn't inspect inside, and tenants were even inside. I don't know what the conversation was, but they were really disappointed because by the time they thought about how much they had to fix that property, to put it in good shape, they found out that they actually didn't get a good deal for it. But if they had inspected, if they had seen it, if they had seen all of those issues, they could have, even if they want to buy, they would have negotiated better. They would have, dropped the price which they paid, due to the fact that they will still have to do a whole lot of repairs, maintenance, and changes on the property. But they didn't get to do any of that. So it was after they found out, it was too late because they are paid already. So it baffles me when you don't inspect properties physically and you pay for them, except you have a trusted person. Maybe you're not physically on ground, but you have a trusted and credible person that can tell you the way it is, and you're sure that maybe the person owes you a fiduciary duty or something that will tell you exactly how it is. So if you don't have that and you're not on ground, just chill till you can inspect the property or send someone credible to do on your behalf. Okay. So two, inspect the property physically. Then three, ask for a building approval plan. Okay. So without a valid building plan approval, there shouldn't be a deal. Now I'll tell you another story. There was a time I had a client that wanted to buy a house. He lives in the UK, and he wants to buy a house. He had told me the details of all that he needs, the location, the budget, and all of that. Then I was supposed to help him inspect a house. In fact, I told him when I get there, I was going to do a video call with him. I got the brief, and I was supposed to inspect it somewhere around Ado Road. So on my way to the inspection, to where the house is for inspection, I called the lady I was supposed to meet up with, and I didn't even know why I didn't ask before I left, or maybe because I felt the person that initiated the conversation between myself and the lady, like I owed the person in high esteem. I thought probably would have asked for all of that, or it was available. So on my way to the place, while I called the lady that was on my way, I just asked her that, oh, the building plans, the building approval, everything is available on request to see. And she was like, the CFO is available. I didn't confirm though, but according to her, the land where the building is on has a certificate of occupancy. The CFO is like, but there's no building plan, no. There's no building plan approval, right? And I asked, okay, is the house not built yet? Why doesn't it have it? She said, why doesn't it have a building plan approval? And she said, are you new here? All the houses that are built around this place, they don't have building approval. And I was shocked. In fact, she said it with so much confidence that if I don't know, I am not knowledgeable myself, I'll just agree with her that, okay, yes, that's true. It's possible. And I asked her, okay, they don't have building approval. Like she said, she was just talking in the nonsense and in the rubbish. She said so much that if I don't know, if I'm not knowledgeable, like I said, I would just say, okay, it's fine. The houses around it don't really need building approval. So what she told me was that it's after the buyer buys the house, he would then go get building approval. So I had to tell her that is building approval not supposed to be gotten before you even build. You're supposed to get a plan approval, right? You're supposed to get that first. So what happens now that the house is built, no building plan approval? What if the government comes back, they want to take down the house, or they bring some sort of bill for you to pay? Or I said no, they will grant it. They always grant it. And in my mind, I was like, it's like your father is the governor. or your father is the president. That was I just, but I was pissed. And I said, I said, I'm not coming nowhere. It has no building approval. There is no deal, okay? Because the normal thing is for you to have gotten an approval before you even build. So how can you have a building standing completed? Because then you end up getting like you're the messes of these officers when they come, or when they find out you are their messes. Whatever they ask you to do, you have to do because you've built. Because they can even threaten you to pull, they can threaten to pull down your house. Then what do you do? So at the end of the day, when without you buy a property without a building plan approval, it's not in your interest at all. And most people don't know. They just see a fine building and they buy. They don't ask for the right sets of documents. Okay, so I thought to share that story because that's what most people do. But if you don't know, you just buy a building. You're not asking for all the complete documents, or you let someone tell you to that. Are you new in this Lagos? That was what she told you. That don't you know the properties around there? They don't get building approval for them. They just build. It's when the seller buys it, the seller then goes to get building approval. I was like, wow, woo. Okay, so that's what I told you. Almost everybody on the street is claiming I'm a real estate agent, I'm a realtor. You just need to be careful who you work with and make sure you're working with the credible ones. Okay, so number 4. So, okay, yeah, on building approval, I said it's either you're shown, given the valid building plan approval, or you walk. Yeah, you walk away from the transaction. Number 4, investigate the property title and documents. This one, very, very important. So maybe you've inspected, you like the property, the claim it has, a COO, it has this. You have to make sure you investigate those documents and whatever title the property may have. Get get copies of them, take it to the appropriate place. So for um, Lagos State, most of everything that has to do with search charts in for properties is in Ikeja, Alausa Ikeja. Okay, the land registry, the Surveyor General's office, that's all of that is in Alausa, so you can get it done there. Every state has where they go for their own um, charting or verification of documents and people that do it for you. You can engage your lawyer, you can engage your whosoever you know is credible enough, because now one of the challenge again in the real estate industry is there are a lot of bottlenecks and bureaucracy around these things. So you have to be sure you're talking to the right set of people, you're not getting wrong information for a right property, or right info. No, there's nothing like right information for a wrong property. Okay, so to make sure you're getting verified information, the true picture of how things are, because a lot, the truth is, it takes grace to invest in Lagos, because there are bottlenecks, I wouldn't lie to you, but when you know the right set of people to talk to, you would overcome all of those challenges, and it is really, really profitable when you own properties in Lagos, majorly for investments. Yes, and yes, you know the prestige that comes with owning properties in Lagos for you to live into. So when you say, I own my house in Lagos, that's on another level. It's a big deal, a really, really big deal. So you want to make sure you investigate the property. So under here, I have when it comes to real estate, you cannot do business based on trust or some form of familiar relationships, biological or otherwise. So true. You can't say because this person is my brother, I bought from him. So no, always investigate. Always investigate. Even I tell my clients to, even if I'm telling you about a property, still do your due diligence, right? Investigate. Don't do business based on family relationships. Just, yeah, always investigate, right? So before making payments of any kind, obtain copies of the property documents and verify them by going to the different registries where the documents were obtained. No matter how real it looks, make sure you can trace them to the right source to avoid scams. And in my book, 5 things to look out for before buying properties in Lagos. I think I detailed places to go for you to chart your documents. So what I'll do is in this video, in the caption, I'll leave the link for you where you can download. Yeah, where you can download. It's a free guide. I've left it free. You can download the book. 5 things to look out for before investing in real estate in Lagos. I put it there. So the different places to search for different type of documents, you will find it there. Okay, so yeah, the power of real estate is in the property titles and documents. The more solid, the better. The truth is, yeah, the power of real estate is in the title. Because even if you have a great location, sometimes I even tell people, say the most important thing is the title of the property. Because even if you have, yes, we hear real estate location, location, location. But if you have a great location and a defective title, then you have nothing, right? It's better to have a good title in a location that is not so prime than have a property in a prime location and the title is defective, then you have nothing. I hope you get that. Okay. So number five, do local intel. Do local intel before you buy a house in Lagos, whether a house or a land or property, whatever it is. Always do local intel. And local intel is similar to, I've explained the term local intel to on this channel, on my YouTube channel. So if you don't know the meaning, but I would explain. If you want like a very, very elaborate explanation that I explained, you'll find it on this channel, my YouTube channel. Okay, but local intel simply means you want to buy a property, you go around the neighborhood and you ask questions, right, about that property. You would always find one or two or three people that will tell you the true nature of that property. So yes, the property can look great. The property can look good, but maybe there are other things that doing a paper search or you taking your the papers you were given to allow somewhere to search that won't show you. Okay. And I explained that there are times that everything looks good, everything looks great, you've seen who wants to sell, and at the end of the day you go around the neighborhood, you ask questions, you do local intel, and you hear things like, that property no near am o, last week they still kill five people there, they fight on top am. Local intel will tell you that. An Alausa search of survey of C of O might not tell you that, or you hear things like, that house no buy am o, everybody wey don dey live there, they know they stay 3 months, they move out. Let me speak good English, pardon me. Now, everybody that lives there moves out within 3 months. And you ask why, they'll tell you, oh, they usually say they hear some kind of funny noise at night. Yes. Not everybody may believe in this, not everybody may be spiritual, but yes, things like this happen, right? And that allows us search will not tell you that one. What's it called? So your general's office search will not tell you that one. So you really want to do, and I'm not saying yes, you should. That's why I said go around, ask different people, right? The Bible says in the mouth of multitudes there's counsel. Like, how is that even put? Do you understand? So go around, ask questions, you get the true picture. Some will tell you, that house is good, though, but every time rain falls, it's always flooded and it's always affecting that house. It's always, in fact, their roof is always blowing away. A local intel is what will tell you that. Alausa strat will not tell you that. Verifying documents will not tell you that. So a local intel is very important. And let me share another story with you, okay? And I love sharing stories because they are very relatable, and maybe it will be hard for you to forget when you want to relate, or when you have things like this to do. So I have this friend too that rented an apartment somewhere in Ogba, a three-bedroom apartment, stand alone in the building. And because of the kind of person he is, he did a lot of renovations. He changed the tiles, changed it. In fact, at some point, I was tempted to ask him, are you sure you did not buy this house? Did you rent it? Because you're doing a lot for a rented apartment. You're changing tiles, you're spending a lot of money. But because is this very prim and proper kind of person, so clean, so he loves the space, really nice and neat. So he changed a lot. He changed tiles, changed interlocks in the compound, did a lot of things. Lo and behold, about barely 2 months later, rain fell, and guess what happened? Everywhere was flooded, like to his knee length. All his new appliances, everything got damaged. And when that rain fell, and in between all of what happened, people are now saying, sorry, oh, sorry, oh, and that was when he found out. Those around him found out that was when he found out that that is actually always happening during the rainy season. That most people attempted to rent that place and they move out. So, meaning the landlord, the owner of the house, knows that house has an issue, but he's still renting it, he's still renting it out. And then my friend got angry and he was like, why didn't anyone of it? Because the person opposite him is a church. And the owner of this church is like his friend, not like his friend, but when they got there, he used to give the man stuff, when the Loma and all of that, he gives him a lot of things. So he was like, why didn't you tell me? And the man was like, Igbati, that you didn't ask. You didn't ask me. That if you had asked me, that by the time we even really got so close, you had paid, so I could not tell you anything. But maybe if you had asked before you paid, maybe I would have told you. You know, so simply if he had done local intel, he would have been saved from, getting that. But because I've told him, say, this place, every time it's rainy season, it's always flooded. You can't even walk in the compound. You would have to swim. It's that bad. You can't do stuff. But he didn't ask. So don't make that mistake. Whether you want to buy a house, you want to buy a land, or you want to rent, wherever, go around, ask questions. Ask questions. And now it's not what everybody says to you would believe, but go. By the time you hear one or two, three, four, five people, you'll be able to pick out some truth in what they tell you. So make sure you do local intel before you buy the house or the property or you rent even. This is applicable to rent or buying. So when it comes to due diligence in buying a property, nothing beats local intel. You will get facts. There's always one or two people in the neighborhood who can tell you a lot about the house, its owner, its real condition, and any controversies around it. Get your boots in the ground and make your findings. Also, you need to know about the community, their water, the nature of their power supply or security. Okay, local intel will tell you all of this. Never underestimate what you can learn by asking around the neighborhood. Okay, so for number six, know the full financial implications of the house. For some people that want to buy a house, what they think about is the cost of the house. They forget to put into consideration the cost of documentation, perfecting their documents, getting a deed, getting a survey done if it's land, for example. They leave out the cost of all of that. I'm wondering why. It's not just the house you pay for. It's just like when you want to buy a car. Some even forget the agency fee for the realtors or the agents they've involved. They forget their service fee. So when you want to buy a house, it's important you know the full financial implications. You know that you're not just buying the house itself. You'll pay your legal fees to the lawyer. You'll pay the agent's fee, their service charge. And if it's not a new house, or even if it's a new house, but you still need to do something, you need to consider the cost for maintenance or renovations, as it may be. Do you understand? So most people make that mistake. So you need to know the full financial implications before you get into it. So you're not in it, then you're stuck. And you feel, oh, I just thought you said the house is 60 million, and I think all I need to pay is 60 million. No, you're going to factor in other fees, the legal fees, maintenance, getting your deed, and all of those other things involved. Okay, so I said here, I know the other charges involved aside from the cost of the house, the survey, the legal, the agency, so you're not caught unaware. Yeah, most houses require some form of maintenance or repairs for it to be fit for living. This is usually as a result of the usual damages over the years, a lack of proper maintenance over the years, or neglect within the period the house is on the market. Whatever the case may be, you need to know the extent of repairs needed before making a decision or two. Okay, there's no or two there. Never underestimate extra charges, commission, and agreements for agents, agreement fees for agents, realtors, and brokers. This usually cost at least 20% of closing price. Now, everything, maintenance, lawyers, like on the average, usually 20%. So you should know that ahead so you're not caught unawares. The asking price may be fair, however, the total price includes everything you will need to pay before the house is in the peak condition for use, rent, or resale. Okay, so always note that and keep that in mind. So, number seven, negotiate. Do your best to get a good deal. See, nothing beats negotiation. When you're buying a house, the best thing you can do for yourself is negotiate the best you can. Okay, and if you can't do that yourself, get someone to do it for you. By the way, I'm a negotiator as well. That is one of the service I offer. So when you want to buy a house or even anything and you need someone to negotiate for you, like I got you, just engage my service, right? And I will negotiate for you. So when it comes to real estate, the rule is never pay the asking price, no matter how fair or how good the price may seem, right? Never pay the asking price. You still negotiate. Okay, yeah. So when it comes to buying a house or even land, whatever it is, the first rule is never pay the asking price, no matter how fair it seems. Even when you're working with a professional, never leave the whole negotiation to your agent. That's the realtor or your agent, often know it. Sometimes they know each other and may not be fair to you, the outsider. So yes, you want to, get a bit of pricing around that area and don't just leave them to negotiate. Negotiate yourself because the truth of the matter is most of the time the higher price you pay the better for the router because commission is in percentages, right? So you want to make sure you don't just leave it totally to them, you negotiate. So okay, and apart from the closing price that you need to contend with, there are other items that you need to place on the negotiation table. This includes agent fees, cost of repairs and maintenance, flexibility of payment plan, discounts, promos, or referral fees. So, for example, if you want to buy a house and it needs a lot of maintenance, so by the time you calculate the amount of, things you'll be repairing or you'll be maintaining, this is another way in which you can negotiate to let them know, okay, for this house, you're asking for this amount. Now I'll have to sort this. Okay, or would you sort that while I pay this amount, or you let me pay this amount while I fix it? But most of the time, I prefer that you get a discount of the price while you sort it yourself, because it can actually be a drag after you've paid, and you get to negotiate that. You get to negotiate that they fix it. It can be a drag because not everyone is credible. So for me, I prefer that you let them take down, come down on the price while you do your renovations yourself. So just take out the price, but negotiate. Knowing all of this, and that's when you even go for physical inspection, will make you know what to negotiate, what to put to the table. And when it comes to negotiation, one of the things that can help you also is to know why the person is selling. Once you know why they're selling, that's one huge secret. Once you know why the person is selling, maybe the person really needs money, or there's a situation, you would know how to negotiate. Now, I'm not saying know why they're selling so you can use it against them. No, you use it for yourself so you can negotiate well. You also have your best alternative options that you know that, okay, if this doesn't work out, I think this is the best alternative option. From this is how far I can go, this is how low I can go. So all of that helps you. That's just few tips for negotiation. But yes, when you engage my service, I can help you better. Okay. So negotiation doesn't just get you a better deal, it keeps the agents and realtors from messing, sorry, excuse me, from messing with you by inflating prices or hiding money details, because it shows you to be streetwise enough to argue prices and close deals in your favor. Okay, so don't just leave negotiation to your realtors or to your agents alone, right? Okay. So number 8, make payments when all the right boxes are ticked. So when you've checked everything, good property inspection, ticked, you've done local intel, good to go. You've checked documents, good to go. You've negotiated. Now you have a fair deal, good to go. You should make payments. The house is still considered to be on the market until you make the minimum financial commitment to be considered the new owner of the property. Once you are sure that the house and its value have checked all necessary boxes, it is time to make the payment. While you shouldn't rush to into any property deal, you should also not drag decisions unnecessarily. Don't rush. Take your time. Do your due diligence. Find out everything you need to know about the property, but also do not drag your decisions unnecessarily. If you are sure you want it and you can afford it, then go ahead and make the payments when you've done your due diligence and all boxes have been ticked. Okay. So number 9, after that is on collect all. You saw I put all here in caps. All the right documents when you buy a house in Lagos. Don't leave anyone with the owner, with the previous owner. Get everything you can. Get everything you can. So when you buy a house in Lagos, you do not have the house yet. If you do not have the right documents to back up your ownership, until all relevant documents are delivered, the house is still on the market. Yes, until all relevant documents are delivered, and its ownership can be contended by the bearer of the right documents. Demand for and secure the original documents at the point of confirmation of payment. So one thing again that you can do is, because some feel, oh, what if I've paid, and they are dragging on sending me the documents, you can use an escrow service. So an escrow service is someone like a middleman that, when the agreement is started, he agrees to hold the money in trust. So when you pay, the money is with him, and once all the document and everything, all the transaction, everything signed and agreed has been handed over to you, he moves the payment to them. But of course, it comes at a fee. So that way, it's not that you've sent the money to who is selling, and they keep dragging on getting you all the necessary documents. So you can choose to engage the service of an escrow account, but you will pay them at a fee for that. Okay, but that is much more safer if you feel, I don't trust these people enough to just give them money. What if it takes a while for me to get the document? So that can help you, but make sure you collect all everything. Leave no original documents out. It's now your house, so everything prior to that time that has been gotten, get everything into your hands and keep them safe. However, you're going to keep them safe, but just make sure nothing is left outside. Okay, you have everything in your care. And number 10, perfect the title on the property. So now you have the property, you have to perfect the title in your name. Okay, leave no stone unturned. The last part of the successful buying of a house, this is the last part of successfully buying a house in Lagos. It involves obtaining the official stamp deed of transfer from the state government. Although the process differs from state to state, here it differs from state to state. You will apply to the Lands Registry, and the Office of the Surveyor General for Lagos. The processing of perfecting your title and property is better done with the assistance of a professional. You can't do it yourself. Get a professional to get it done for you. And that's what J Stones Investment Limited is for. Okay, so I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video that I'm the lead consultant at J Stones Investment Limited. But J Stones Investment Limited is a real estate advisory and brokerage firm here in Lagos. So J Homes Investment Limited have all the professionals you need to complete a real estate transaction, from consultants like myself to lawyers to surveyors to engineers to architects, everything you can think of. Jesus Homes Investment Limited have can help you with all of this service. So Jesus Homes Investment Limited does advisory, sales of properties, marketing of properties, verification of properties. So even if you're not buying through Jesus Homes Investment Limited, you have a property you want to buy, but you want to verify the title, Jesus Homes Investment Limited can get that done for you. And perfecting your title as well, Jesus Homes Investment Limited can get that done for you. So all of these services are offered at Jesus Homes Investment Limited, where I'm the lead consultant for real estate. Okay, so yes, all of this, get it done, because you don't even know where to go to, and even if when you know where to go to, you'll find a whole lot of dubious people there. So you need to be sure you're talking to the right person. And that is one of the vision I have for the real estate industry in Nigeria, that will get to a stage very soon by God's grace where you need all your documents perfected. You want to verify ownership of a property. You don't even need to leave your house. All you need to do is probably just log on to a website on your phone, and you can find out, okay, I want to buy the bungalow on Kolapo Street, Lekki Phase 1. All you need to do is just put in the address on the site. Maybe you pay a token to access that information. That's still fine, but you put it in maybe on a site, and all the information you need will pop out. I know it's going to require a lot of data, but there's nothing impossible. I believe we are going to get there, because trust me, I'm in this space and it can be very stressful. I know, but it's worth it anyways. But it can be very stressful. That's why it scares some people to buy properties, to own properties, because they don't even know who to trust. They don't know who to talk to. And even when you go to an outside, you still find dubious people there. A whole lot of bottlenecks, a whole lot of bureaucracy. Okay. So when you can sit in the comfort of your house, you want to buy a property, you want to verify a property, you want to perfect your deed, you do it from the comfort of your home. All you need to do is put in details on a system, go to a particular website, fill it in. You want to buy a house, you put in the address of the house, everything pops up. The picture, the owner, the details of the owner, how the property has changed. That won't that be amazing? Like, that is what I see for this real estate industry, because it's stressful. So you can imagine, if you're not working with a professional, it is double, double, double super stressful. So when you want to get all of this done, it's important you engage the service of a professional. That would help you ease all the stress and the probability of you falling into the hands of fraudsters. So just Homes Limited can help you with that. You can contact me, and also there are different verified deals on the J2 website. I think I'll include that in this video as well in the caption. And also, yes, don't let me forget, these are for my consistent followers. So what I do for every month, I put out 5 free strategy session slots with me. So for those that want to invest in real estate, what I do is, although I it's paid, but for every month I put out 5 free, where I get to share with you the exact blueprint I've shared with hundreds of investors, and I've worked for them for investing in Lagos or even anywhere in Nigeria. So I usually give out 5 free slots every month. So I'm going to put the link to that. It's a 30-minute phone conversation where I'll get to know what you're trying to achieve, and I'll advise you and share that blueprint with you. So if you're interested in that, I'll put the link in this video caption as well, the description. Click on the link. If you're lucky, if you're part of the first five, it will pull through for you, and you can schedule a free strategy session call with me. Okay, so that is it. And don't forget, download my free guide too. It's going to help you a lot. 5 things to look out for before investing in real estate in Lagos. The fact that you're getting educated is joy for me. The fact that, one day at a time, people watch my video, and they can know the things to do and not to do, so they don't lose money, because it's odd when people lose money. Real estate is not small money, it's capital intensive. So when people get scammed, or when people get defrauded, like it breaks my heart because I've been there before. My mom has been there. I know how it feels. For some people, they slip into depression. For some people, they even lose their life. So it's hurtful. That's why I plead with you every time. Please share these videos. I take my time to do these free videos. That's because I love doing this. I love that people get information. It's not that it's fun for me sitting down and making videos, but I love it because it's knowledge. So please, all I ask of you is to share these videos. Let's get more people knowledgeable. Let more people subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like this video, comment. Let me know what you've learned today. Let me know what stood out for you. And if you have any question as well, let me know, please. I would answer them. If there's any real estate topic you want me to touch on, you want me to explain, let me know as well. If there's any real estate term you're not clear, because I do that as well. I explain real estate terms. Let me know. I'll explain. Like, I'm here for you guys. I'm here. Just let me know whatever it is. Let me know what stood out for you in this video. Let me know what you learned. Let me contribute as well. You want to add to this? You have maybe number 11, number 12 things. Please add it. I love to learn myself. Add them, contribute, ask questions. Let me know what you've learned. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this video as well and how I can serve you better. Let me know. All of this are welcome. So that's it today. 10 10 things you must know before buying a property in Lagos. Yeah, so I know you've learned something. You can't even tell me you've not learned something. I know you've learned something. How to buy a house in Lagos. And this is applicable even everywhere in Nigeria. And yes, some everywhere in the world. So yes, it's not like just Lagos alone. You can apply. It doesn't have to be. So even when you're buying houses anywhere in Nigeria, it's still the same steps to follow. Right, so that's it. Thanks for watching. If you watched this far, just type in the comment section, I watched this far. Let me know that you watched till the end. Okay, so thank you. And I would look out for that and I'll give you a special shout out. Trust me. Thank you so much. God bless you. That's all today on Easy Real Estate with Abiola. And yes, follow me on all my social media handles. I'm active on Instagram, I'm active on Facebook, I'm active on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp status is like my main place where I like you see all of me, everything. So yes, you can add me on WhatsApp as well. My WhatsApp number will be added in the um in the description. So yeah, you can send me a message, send me your name, I'll save your number as well. Yes, you have any question, please ask. I'll be glad to answer you. So that's all today on Easy Real Estate with Abiola. Till I see you next time. It's bye for now. Bye bye.